Okay, good day once again. We are here again to continue. Actually, ito na yung last part ng discussion natin on CFLM1. Now, we have three sessions already. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3. Pag hindi mo pa napanood yun, panoorin mo muna bago ka mag-proceed sa lecture na ito. So, para, kumbaga is step by step tayo. Okay, so we're near to finish the discussion on CFLM1. So this would be our last topic for this subject. We are going to talk about Republic Act 8491, having short title as Flag and Heraldic Code of the Philippines. No, so we made mention early on our discussion that uh, part of uh, showing our Filipino nationalism is that we are supposed to show respect or give respect also to our Philippine flag and as well as to our Philippine national anthem. No? So good for us because actually we have a guidelines on how can we better show our respect or utmost respect to our Philippine flag, and that is written on the provisions of Republic Act 8491. Okay, so we're not going to discuss the entirety of Republic Act 8491. We're just going to select some of the provisions that we believe is relevant to the subject um, on the CFLM1. Okay, so we have here the first is section under section 4. We have the design of the national flag. Now, it provides the design of national flag. Now, the flag of the Philippines shall have the color of blue, white, and red. No? Blue, white, and red. And under this law kasi na-specify din kung anong shades of blue, anong shade of red, yung dapat gamitin natin when we are making, no, or when they're producing the Philippine flag. No? As to the design, we have here the 8-rayed golden yellow sun. Meron tayo sun as a design with 3 5-pointed stars. So yun lang yung dapat makita doon sa ating Philippine flag, which of course have their own symbolism. So ano bang sinisignify or ano bang sinisimbolize ng sun na merong 8 rays? We know this. No? The historical significance of that is those the 8 rays, no, on the sun, no, of the design of our Philippine flag symbolizes the 8 provinces that played a crucial role in the Philippine Revolution against Spain. And we have Manila included dyan, Cavite, Batangas, Bulacan, Laguna, Pampanga, Tarlac, and Nueva Ecija. No? So in our history, no, they are the last to surrender, no, during the revolution against Spain. No? So yan yung sinisimbolize nila. In a broader sense kasi, hindi lang naman yung provinces ang sinisimbolize niya. In a broader sense, nagpapakita ito ng tinatawag nating spirit of unity and resistance against oppression. This is according to the data or according to the information provided to us by the NCCA. No? We have also the triangle. Kung makita nyo yung color, yung white portion of our Philippine flag is in the shape of a triangle. No? So, ang sinisimbolize naman nito is the secret society that was founded during the movement, no, para mapalaya ang ating bansa against the oppressor, against our colonizer, which is the Katipunan, no? Yung symbol kasi nila is the triangle. So, yun yung sinisignify naman na triangle. Then we have the color, which is white, blue, and red, no? Which was actually adopted from the US flag, no? From the US flag. Kung titignan mo yung color ng US, United States, no? Of North America, no? They have the color white, blue, and red. So, in adaptation to the flag of the US, which plays part, no? Kasi sila ang nag-recognize, sila ang nagbigay sa atin ng recognition as an independent country. They supported us. So, as a show of the gratitude of how grateful is the Philippines to US, inadopt natin yung color nila. Okay? So, yun yung sinisimbolize ng ating Philippine flag. Okay? We have here Section 5, hoisting and display of the national flag. The flag shall be displayed in all ito yung mandate ng Section 5 ng batas natin, 84, Republic Act 8491. Yung Philippine flag natin must always be displayed or shall be displayed in all public buildings. Lahat ng public buildings included ang official residence. So, ibig sabihin yan yung Malacanang Palace, public plazas, yung mga parks natin dapat merong Philippine flag, and institution of learning, no? Mga education sa schools, no? Either they are elementary, high school, senior high school, and tertiary level. No, dapat merong naka-display na Philippine flag, no? Every day throughout the year. So, yan yung mandate ng ating Section 5. Okay? Next is we have here, Section 6, sabi din dito under Section 6, the flag shall be permanently hoisted day and night throughout the year in front of the following. Yung binanggit natin kanina, in addition to Section 5, we have Malacanang Palace, Congress of the Philippines building, yung House of the Congress. So, nandun din dapat naka-display lang lagi yung ating Philippine flag. Supreme Court Building, Rizal Monument in Luneta, Aguinaldo Shrine in Kawit, Cavite, Barasain Shrine in Malolos, Bulacan, and the Tomb of Unknown Soldier, Libingan ng mga Bayani, Mausoleo de los Veteranos de la Revolución, and so on. So, it is required that every day and night, all throughout the year is merong naka-display na Philippine flag doon sa mga harap ng buildings na ito. Under Section 6, it also requires that all international ports of entry and all other places as may be designated by the institute, which is the institute itself, na ginawa dito sa batas natin, should also have a flag displayed in their vicinity day and night throughout the year. And in addition to that, the Philippine flag should be properly illuminated at night. So dapat kahit gabi, kitang-kita pa rin natin yung Philippine flag as mandated by Section 6. Okay? We have also Section 7. The flag shall also be displayed in private buildings. This law does not actually requires naman, hindi naman nire-require ng batas natin that private buildings like businesses and others should have with them also display the Philippine flag. But they are required to do so during the following days. Like for example, April 9, which is the celebration of the Araw ng Kagitingan. May 1, the celebration of Labor Day. May 28, which is the National Flag Day, up to June 12, which is the Independence Day. Dapat naka-display din yan sa mga private buildings. Last Sunday of August, which is considered as the National Heroes Day. November 30, which is the Bonifacio Day, and December 30, which is Rizal Day. So, in these specific days, required ang ating mga private buildings to have with them displayed the Philippine flag. Dapat naka-display ang ating Philippine flag under Section 7. Okay? Section 9 also, the flag shall be flown on merchant ships and of Philippine registry of more than 1,000 gross tons and all naval vessels. So sa mga naglalayag ng mga merchant ship natin, yung mga mga barkong pang-komersyo, ay dapat naka-display din ang kanilang ang ating Philippine flag if they are registered here in our country. Para maipakita that this ship is a Philippine ship. It is registered under the jurisdiction of the Philippines. Okay? Section 10, the flag, if flown on a flagpole, flagpole shall have its blue field on the top. I think we all know this one, no? Na pag hinoist natin ang ating Philippine flag, dapat nasa taas lagi yung color blue, no? This is in times of peace, no? But if we are in times of war, no? Kapag tayo ay nasa war, dapat ang Philippine flag natin ay i-display yung red, yung nasa taas at yung blue, yung nasa baba. Okay? So far, sana hindi tayo umabot sa ganun, ano? Okay? So, yun yung tandaan din natin. Now, we have also here, kasi nandiyan under section 10, the rule also when we are displaying the Philippine flag in a hanging position. Ibig sabihin, nakadikit siya or nakadantay siya doon sa wall natin. So, remember, under section 10, if in hanging position, dapat yung blue field, no? Yung blue field niya is always on the right, no? It's on the right. However, it is on the left of the observer. Yun yung proper, no? Under section 10. So, I have here an image, no? If you're going to look at the image, no? Yung blue field niya is nasa right part siya. Pero sa atin, na nakatingin, is nasa left natin siya. No? Which is yan yung proper. Okay? That is during peacetime. Pero pag wartime, baliktarin natin, no? Yung red niya ang nasa right, no? At yun namang red ang nasa left natin. I mean, yung red color ng flag natin when displayed is nasa right side, no? Nasa right side at nasa left side naman ng observer. So babaliktarin mo lang siya. Ito yung proper way. So when we are displaying our Philippine flag in this position, this should be the proper way of doing so. No? If we are in peacetime. If we are in wartime, babaliktarin lang po natin siya. No? Yung red, ipupunta natin sa blue. Yung blue, ipupunta natin sa red. Okay? Next, section 12. The Philippine flag is flown with another flag kapag may katabi siya na ibang flag. No? At yung katabi niyang flag is a national flag also of other countries, no? They must be separate or they must be flown on a separate staff. So magkahiwalay dapat sila ng pole. Okay? Hindi pwedeng mag-iisang pole lang sila. Kung pareho silang national flag, dapat magkahiwalay sila ng pole. Okay? So the proper way of hoisting the Philippine flag, if it will be hoisted together with another national flag, is dapat mauunang itaas yung Philippine flag, susunod yung ibang mga national flag. Kapag ibababa naman natin siya, no, mahuhuling maibababa yung ating Philippine flag. No? Mauna yung mga national flag ng ibang bansa, no, at mahuhuli yung ating national flag. So nangyayari kasi yun, no, kapag meron tayong mga dignitaries from other diplomats from other countries, where we, during the flag ceremonies, we're not only doing a flag ceremony for our country, but also for our guest country. So, tinataas din natin yung bandila nila, parang pagkilala. Pero, lagi nating tandaan na dapat is mauuna nating itataas yung ating bandila at dapat hiwalay sila, no, ng bandila ng mga bisita natin. Okay? Kapag naman hindi national flag, like for example, an agency flag, agency flag yung ating sabay na itataas. No? So, pwede sila na mailagay sa isang lanyard lang at sa isang pole. Pwede yon. No? However, the rule is that dapat nasa taas yung Philippine flag, no? At nasa baba lang yung mga other flag, which is not national flag. And the size, no, hindi dapat mas malaki yung size ng hindi national flag, no, kaysa sa ating Philippine flag, no? So yun yung rule natin with regards to hoisting sa pagtaas ng ating bandila under section 12. Section 13, no, paano naman i-display yung ating Philippine flag together with other national flag. Like for example, I have here an image, no, which is the flag of the Philippines together with the flag of the United States, no? So when we are displaying our flag together with other national flag, no, tandaan natin that our flag should always be on the right part of the stage, no, which is the left side of the onlooker. So the way I displayed it there, doon sa image yung nakita nyo, yan yung proper way. Okay? Kapag naman more than two, no, let's say for example, tatlong national flag ang uh, tatlong national flag ang i-display natin, no? Kung tatlo, okay, dapat nasa gitna yung ating Philippine flag, no? Pero pag even number, no, dapat nandun yung ating Philippine flag sa pinaka-right portion, no? Kapag odd number, no? Tama ba? Kapag odd number, nasa gitna yung ating Philippine flag. So that's the rule. Okay? Section 14, no? Kapag kupas na or pasira na yung ating Philippine flag, ano yung dapat nating gawin? So where we are going to have a ceremony, no? Kapag sisirain na natin, kasi hindi natin pwedeng itapon lang ito basta-basta, no? Kapag worn out, no? Worn out na or nagkaroon na ng wear and tear yung ating Philippine flag, hindi siya dapat itatapon. Rather, ang gagawin natin sa kanya is magkakaroon tayo doon ng ceremony, which is doon natin siya susunugin, no, in a solemn way and in a proper way according to Republic Act 8491. So meron tayong flag disposal ceremony na ginagawa at yun yung pagsunog sa ating bandila, that's the proper way, but hindi lang siya basta susunugin, kundi meron din siyang seremonya na kailangan nating gawin kapag tayo ay magpapalit na ng Philippine flag. Okay? Section 16, flag may be displayed, no? Kapag inside or outside building or stationary, no? Aside from the flagpole, kasi pwede rin nating i-display kahit wala sa flagpole, no? In a staff or in indoor display and so on, pwede rin natin yang gawin, no? But remember that it should be or it shall be placed at the left, no, of the observers as one enters the room. Yun yung lagi nating tandaan. So I have here an image. Look at this one. This is a program of the DILG. So as you notice, the flag is in the right side. Nandun sa right side ng stage. No? Tayo bilang observer, nasa left side natin siya. No? So yan yung proper way. Yung agency flag nila, which is yung white, kung makita nyo, no? Yung white, which is the flag of the DILG, is found on the right side of the observer, but it is on the left side of the stage. No? So kapag nilagay natin sa stage yung Philippine flag, no, dapat ito lagi ay nasa right side. Okay? Right side of the stage, left side of the onlookers. Okay? Next. If in a suspended position from a rope extending from a building, erected away from a building, dapat laging nasa taas yung blue portion niya, no? Hanging and so on. So, yun yung diniscuss naman natin kanina. No? Another thing that we need to be reminded of is that the flag shall not be raised when the weather is inclement. So, ibig sabihin, kung masama ang panahon, no, hindi siya dapat itaas. Okay? Kung halimbawa may bagyo, you're supposed to have a flag ceremony, no, hindi mo siya dapat itaas kung masama ang panahon. Okay? However, kapag nasa taas na or nakataas na yung Philippine flag bago sumama ang panahon, no, hindi natin siya dapat ibaba. Okay? So, yun yung rule na dapat nating tandaan with regards to hoisting the flag. Okay? Section 17 naman discusses how should be the proper way of hoisting the flag. No? Yung pagtaas ng flag natin. No? Kung tayo yung color guards, no? Kung tayo magtataas ng Philippine flag natin, paano ba natin dapat itaas? No? So, during the flag ceremony, pag tinaas natin yung magdila, dapat is briskly. Yung tinatawag natin snappy. Dapat yung pagtaas natin, hindi yung parang malamya or parang malumanay and so on. Dapat mabilis, snappy, no? Yung pagbaba naman during flag lowering ceremony, dapat yun yung ceremoniously, dahan-dahan, no? Yung pagtaas dapat mabilis, snappy, no? Yung pagbaba, yun yung dahan-dahan. Okay? We need to be reminded also that the flag should never touch anything beneath it. no? So pag inaayos natin yung flag at itataas natin, dapat hindi sumasayad, no, sa lupa o kahit anumang sa anumang object like for example water or kung ano man ang nasa ground, dapat hindi sasayad ang ating Philippine flag sa lupa. Okay? Kapag siya ay ibinaba din during the flag lowering ceremony, dapat ganun din, no? And then it would be handled and folded solemnly and properly as part of the ceremony. Okay? Under section 18, 21, and 22, we're going to discuss, no, the conduct of the flag raising ceremony. No? So what is all about the flag raising ceremony? It is mandated kasi under Republic Act 8491, no, na dapat magkaroon tayo ng flag ceremony. So under section 18, it mandates here that all government offices, education and educational institution shall observe yung tinatawag nating flag raising ceremony every Monday morning. So dapat meron yan lagi. And flag lowering ceremony na ginagawa naman yan every Friday afternoon. No? So the ceremony shall be simplified and dignified, no? And shall include the singing of or playing and singing of the Philippine National Anthem. Yun yung flag ceremony, ano? Kaso ngayon kasi ang dami na nating nilagay or include doon sa flag raising ceremony, marami tayong kinakanta doon. Pero with regards to flag ceremony, talaga ang pinaka-basic lang na nandun is the hoisting of the flag and the singing of the Philippine National Anthem. Okay? Which, again, remember, under Section 18, mandated ang government offices and educational institution na magkaroon ng tinatawag nating flag raising ceremony every Monday morning. No? And flag lowering ceremony every Friday afternoon. Right? Okay, Section 21, during the flag raising ceremony, the assembly shall stand in formation facing the flag. So kapag nagkaroon tayo ng flag ceremony, always face the flag. No? Harap tayo doon sa flag. At kapag narinig na natin yung first note of the Philippine National Anthem, no, everyone in the premise, no, shall come to attention, no, dapat tumayo tayo ng maayos, tumayo tayo ng matuwid, and we need to put our right palm over our chest. Yan. Those who are in the premises, no? Nakikita kasi natin to, kapag nandun ka talaga, you need to stop. You need to stop and you need to put your right palm to your chest in respect, no? Of course, another etiquette that we should remember during flag raising is that those with hats, no, yung mga nakasombrero, dapat alisin nila yon, no, yung kanilang mga sombrero, no, yung mga military, scouting, security guards, citizens, military, and training uniform shall give salute. No? So sila lang yung sasaludo, yung mga military personnel natin, no? Yung mga law enforcers natin, security guards also are included, sila ang sasaludo. If you're a civilian, ang gagawin natin is put the right palm to our left chest. Yun yung proper way. Okay? So, salute shall be completed, no? And also yung right palm natin shall be completed. Ibababa lang natin siya upon hearing the last note of the anthem. So pagtapos na ang mamatay ng dahil sa iyo, yun. So you can lower your palm now. Yun yung way or yung etiquette natin with regards to singing the national anthem. Okay? Section 22, during the flag lowering, the flag shall be lowered solemnly and slowly. No? Yung flag lowering naman ito, dahan-dahan siya. Dahan-dahan, no? Tansyahin natin na pag tapos na yung pambansang awit natin, saktong nakababa naman na yung ating flag. Be careful na hindi siya sasayad sa lupa. Okay? So, ganun din. Same behavior is observed. Lahat ng tao sa premises dapat mag-pay ng attention, ilagay yung kanilang palad, no, sa kanilang left chest, and then stand in attention, kantahin yung ating pambansang awit. That is under section 22, right? Now, under this law, we have also the so-called half-mast, no? Under section 23, no, may naka-mandate dito yung tinatawag nating half-mast. Kailan ba tayo nagkakaroon ng half-mast? When we are mourning, no? Kapag nagluluksa tayo, no, um, naka-half mast ng flags ng buildings and places wherein it is displayed, no? So meron tayong kailan ba tayo nagluluksa? We have here kapag halimbawa yung ating president or a former president died, no? Magha-half mast tayo as mandated by this law for 10 days. So dapat naka-half mast lang siya, no? Nakataas lang siya ng kalahati, no? Yung Philippine flag natin. If the Vice President, the Chief Justice, the President of the Senate, and the Speaker of the House of Representatives died, no? Ibababa naman naka-half mast naman tayo for 7 days, no? Maximum of 7 days. Other persons to be determined by institute, no? For any period less than 7 days. So, may mga instances kasi na nagpapa-half mast ang ating gobyerno, ang ating institute, no? Na hindi naman kasali sa A and B. Like for example, may namatay na sundalo na nagbuwis ng buhay, di ba? Something like that. So, pwedeng mag-request or pwedeng mag-mandate ang ating government to the institute na mag-half mast tayo. Okay? So, hindi dapat siya higit sa 7 days. Kasi, pag more than 7 days, no, pang president or former president na yan. Okay? Next is we have also casket, no, na nakikita natin, no, minsan na during the vigil, no, yung lamay, meron yung mga kabaong na may flag sa kanilang casket. So sino-sino ba ang pwedeng maglagyan ng flag ng Philippine flag or mag-display ng Philippine flag sa casket ng yumao nila, no? Under section 24, no, pwedeng maging cover ang flag natin sa casket, no, in honor of dead of casket of the honor dead of the military. So pag sundalo, no, military or even police officers yung namatay in line of duty, pwede silang mag-display or pwede silang mag-cover ng flag sa kanilang casket, no? Kung veterans or previous war yung namatay, pwede rin. National artists, no, pwede rin. And of civilians of rendered distinguished service to the nation. So, pwede rin yun. As may be determined by the local government concerned. Okay? So, in proper way of displaying the Philippine flag, no, yung white triangle niya dapat is nandun sa head, no, nung head portion ng casket. The blue portion shall cover the right side of the casket. And the flag shall not be lowered to the grave or allowed to touch the ground. So kapag ibababa na or inilibing na yung yumao, no, ay hindi dapat kasama yung flag. Kailangan alisin yung flag, i-fold at ibigay ito doon sa kanyang heirs. Okay? So yan yung under section 24. Section 26 naman, no, section 26 is we have flag days. Kailan ba natin sineselebrate ang flag days natin? No, it is celebrated every May 28 of the year to June 12. Okay? It is declared as Flag Day. So, anong nangyayari during Flag Days? No? During this period, all offices, agencies, and instrumentalities of government, business, establishment, institution of learning, and private homes are enjoined. No? Enjoined. Ibig sabihin, they are encouraged to display the Philippine flag properly, no, in their premises. Right? Idagdag na rin natin, syempre, section 34, what are the prohibited acts? No? Ano yung mga hindi dapat natin gawin sa ating Philippine flag? We have here, it is prohibited to mutilate, deface, or defile, trample, or cast contempt, or commit any act or omission casting dishonor or ridicule upon the flag or over its surface, di ba? Kung ginamit mong pangrampa yung Philippine flag natin, ay bawal talaga 'yan, no? May kaso ka diyan, no? You violated section 34. Pag ginawa mong katawa-tawa yung Philippine flag natin, that is also a violation under section 34. To dip the flag to any person or object by way of compliment or salute, no? Yung kumbaga is gawin mong pangbalaybay, no, sa tao. Yung Philippine flag is not also allowed by the institute. Okay? Another prohibited act, no, yung paggamit ng flag natin as drapery, festoon, or tablecloth, hindi rin pwede. Baka gawin mong mantel, gawin mong kurtina, yung Philippine flag natin, hindi po pwede. Now, as covering for ceiling, wall, statues, or other objects, no, hindi rin po pwede. Pang-cover mo siya, no, kahit saan ng object. Pennant or hood, side back, or top of motor vehicles, no, hindi rin pwede. Okay, anything that is considered, ano lang ba pwede natin gawin sa Philippine flag, no? Hoist it, sabit natin, not as a display, but as a recognition to our independence, no? At hindi siya sa kung ano-ano man, no? Unveiling monuments, trademarks, no? As a trademarks for industrial, commercial, or agricultural labels, no? Kung may mga products kayo nakikita na may Philippine flag silang naka-display doon sa kanilang label, it's not allowed, no? It's not allowed. All right. Okay? Ano pa? In displaying the flag under any painting or picture, dapat hindi rin po pwede yon. Dapat laging nasa taas yung ating Philippine flag, no? Horizontally face up, it should always be hoisted aloft, be allowed to fall freely, no? Below any platform, no? Ito rin, and in discotheque, no? Cockpits, night and day clubs, casinos, gambling joints, and so on, so on. Wala. Baka mamaya kasi mag-flag ceremony pa kayo bago kayo magsabong. O, wala yung ganun. Or bago mag-start yung casino or bago mag-start yung sugalan, bawal po yun. So any houses of ill repute, no, yung mga hindi maganda ang reputation ng mga establishment ay hindi po allowed na mag-display ng Philippine flag, no? Kasi nag-display ka ng Philippine flag, no, nagko-commit ka na ba ng crime, di ba? Parang very ironic, no? So ito pong mga establishment na ito, mga sayawan, sabungan, clubs, casino, sugalan, no? Hindi kaya saan pang, ano mo na kung saan nagbibisyo, something like that, ay hindi allowed na mag-display ng Philippine flag sa kanilang vicinity. Okay? Ano pang prohibited? Wear the flag in whole or in part of a costume or uniform. Diba? So yung mga gumagamit ng Philippine flag as part of their uniform or part of their costume, that is not allowed by the law. No? Ano ba? To add any word, figure, mark, picture, design, drawing, advertisement, or imprint of any nature on the Philippine flag. Hindi rin po pwede yan. No? To print, paint, or attach representation on the flag as handkerchief, no? Gawin mong panyo, napkins, cash cushions, and other articles or of merchandise, hindi rin po pwede. Now, to display in public any foreign flag, no? Baka mamaya is ikaw ay nag-abroad, no? Proud na proud ka ng American accent ka, so ang ginawa mo, yung US flag dinisplay mo sa harap ng bahay ninyo, okay? So kahit ikaw ay natutuwa lang doon whatsoever, ay hindi tayo allowed, no? Being a Filipino, na mag-display ng other flag other than the Philippine flag into our residence, no? Okay? Sino lang ang allowed? Siyempre, yung mga embassies, yung mga diplomatic establishment, and offices of international organizations. Sila lang. No? But for government agencies, hindi po pwede. Ano? Government agencies. To use, display, or be part of any advertisement or infomercial. No? Pag ginagamit natin siya as part of advertisement, maraming ganyan. Di ba? May Philippine flag silang din-display. Bawal po yun. To display the flag in front of buildings or offices occupied by aliens. Right? So, halimbawa, isang Amerikano pumunta dito, no, nag-display ng Philippine flag sa kanyang pamamahay, no? Hindi naman siya Filipino, so that is also not allowed. Right? So, that's it, no? Under Republic Act 8491, no? I hope I was able to satisfy and share my knowledge about CFLM. I hope may natutunan kayo. Congratulations. No, pwede na kayong sumabak, no, sa classroom lectures na meron na kayong idea with regards to the subject matter CFLM. Saktong-sakto yan kasi mag-i-start or nag-start ng pasukan ninyo. So you have an advanced knowledge already on the things that you will be discussing under CFLM 1. Right? So, next upload, no? Magkakaroon na naman tayo ng panibagong upload but on other subjects. So I hope, no, nakasubaybay kayo lagi. You click subscribe, you click like, no, and you may share our video para marami pa tayong matulungan na iba. So I hope I was able to impart my knowledge with regards to this subject matter, and that's it for today. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.